What up, world? Back again. It is the tag team of two. Country Rap Report. Yours truly, VicXL.
And your boy Chief.
What's going on, Chief?
Chillin', man. Just came back from getting my family some food. That's it.
Hey,
but
man.
not much. How are you? What you sipping on?
Drinking out of these mason jars.
I see that.
If you call yourself country and don't know the value of a mason jar, then
Facts.
You might not be country.
That's a fact.
Shout out to Mike's Lemonade, man.
That's what that is?
Yeah, man. I love Mike's Lemonade.
Hey, I might head back to the gas station and grab me one after this.
I love Mike's Lemonade. Man, my guest just hung up. Hold on, let me hit him up. Chief, hold me down for 1 second. Hold me down.
Word. Okay, so check this out. So we're gonna do an interview today. All right, we're not gonna tell you who it is just yet. We're gonna wait for Vic to get done. But I'm just glad to be here, man. Like I don't really have much to say. I'm just happy to be here. I do have some stuff to say. I wanna thank everyone that gets in the chats with us Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Y'all are there every time. Y'all are loyal to that. We have good conversations, you know what I'm saying? So good critiques from people, good or bad, you know what I'm saying? So, it's not a whole bunch of mess, whole bunch of fuckery going on in the chat, you know what I'm saying, which is great, you know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate y'all for being there for us as we are there for y'all, you know what I'm saying? So thank you. Salute.
All right, now speaking of appreciating, before I bring on our guests, first and foremost, if you don't know, if this is your first time, this is the Country Rap Report. We give you the best in our opinion, our critiques, our reviews of some of the dopest and worst videos in the genre of country rap. Me and Chief sometimes like to come and just chop it up and react to some of the things that's going on in the genre. Just give you guys good dialogue and conversation. And last but not least, we give you exclusive artist interviews. We try to get some of the movers and shakers and the catalysts of this genre of country rap. Now, before we get too deep into it, there are 4 things we love for you guys to do. 4 simple things that are absolutely free. First thing is make sure if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. All right. Secondly, if you're watching the show and you like the show and you're not watching during the premiere, get in the comments area. Let us know something you might want us to talk about, a question you might want us to answer, or someone you might want us to interview, or a video you might want us to review. After that, if you like it, if you subscribe to the channel, if you've got in the comments area and you like it, hit that thumbs up, man. Hit that thumbs up, hit that like button, and get that notification going. That way you'll know when we go live, even though every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. That's when the chat is live. And last but not least, man, one of the most important things in our culture, in our life, when we enjoy something, let's talk about it. We always talk about our bad experiences. Oh, that food was horrible. That show was crappy. I hated that movie. No, let's change the narrative and understand sharing is caring. Share the content with someone who might not know about country rap or might not know about that artist. Let's make this genre grow. And one of the ways of growing the genre is sharing the information. Okay? Chief, there you go with that ninja stuff, man. You be making me think.
I'm just watching you, bro. Like
I'm going to stop looking at you. I'm going to stop looking at you. All right, so again, y'all, thank you for everything you've done. Over 250 episodes. Thank you, guys. Last but not least, before we bring on our guests, I gotta say what up to the super moderator, Miss Krika Mariah. Y'all, please, right now, take a moment and drop 100 for Krika Mariah. Please drop 100 for Krika Mariah. She's a super moderator. She's definitely doing her thing. And make sure y'all sub up to her channel.
Okay? Drop a few hundreds. Don't even drop one. Drop a few of them.
Yeah, just randomly during this interview, drop hundreds for Krika Mariah and say that's for you, Mariah, for doing an awesome job. All right, so, man, let's get to it, man. We're going to cut the short and bring on our guest, man. This guy I've been wanting to talk to for a while. He's definitely one of the movers and shakers of the genre. My man has an amazing history that I feel like I've seen, like a lot of platforms that he's been on, But I feel like the story hasn't been told correctly, and we are going to get the story told correctly tonight. We're going to learn about his past, his present, and his future.
Start video.
All right. And I definitely want to learn. We're going to also find out why he spells his name the way he does. So, ladies and boys and girls, welcome to the Country Rap Report platform. My guy, Scram, what it do, G?
What up?
What's good?
How y'all doing?
Man?
What up? What's up, everybody? What's up,
Chilling,
Steve?
chilling. What's up with you?
How you doing, brother?
Hey, living, man, living.
Ice
Whoa!
What kind of dog is
Whoa!
this,
Who's
Scram?
that?
Oh, that's my homeboy's dog.
Oh, okay. That sucker big.
His name is Knox. His name is Knox.
Knox?
Knox, like Knoxville.
Knox, like Fort Knox.
Okay.
Or
Yeah, he's cool as
Knoxville.
hell.
Okay.
He's
All
a
right.
golden doodle.
All right, Scram, the first thing I got to say is, man, welcome to the Country Rap Report.
Thank you for having me, sir. It's good to be here.
Did you have some liquor? You want to take a shot before we get into it?
Duh.
I ain't got no drink, bro. I'm just gonna drink this drink I got from KFC.
I got a Red Bull and vodka, so I'll Dusty Lee challenge this bitch.
All right.
Hey, Dusty had this thing going on a long time ago called the Dusty Lee Challenge. So whenever me and my girl, we would just be like, we're not even drinking our drinks. And I'm like, I know, let's Dusty Lee challenge this shit. And then me and her just down the drink.
Well, look, you know what? Shout out to Dusty Lee.
Oh, big up to Dusty.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers, brother.
Absolutely. Dusty's that guy, bro. This man got so many Stetsons, it's ridiculous, bro.
Man, Dusty's a little pimp, bro.
Hey, that's a fact.
You know, Dusty and Bubba are close. So via Bubba, you know, Dusty and I became close. So yeah, he's cool, man. I like Dusty. He grew on me for sure.
All right, so look, Scram, let's give these people a journey, a real life walk in the life of Scram. I want to start from the very, very beginning.
Oh,
where is Scram from?
That's a lot of probation officers we're gonna have to go through. They're like, there he is. We got him, guys. We got him. Okay. So like starting rapping type stuff.
No, where are you from? Like, where's your stomping grounds?
Oh, well, I was born in Gadsden, Alabama.
Okay.
Yellow Wolf and I were born in the same hospital. Which, you know, we've done a lot of shows together on his come up or whatever underground scene in Atlanta. But my mother, who had me out of wedlock, which was frowned upon apparently by my grandparents. They kind of treated my mom like shit, I found out later, because she was pregnant out of wedlock. But what was the question? Shit.
Where are you from?
Where you from?
Oh, yeah. So I was born in Alabama. My mama, when I was 6 months old, we moved to Atlanta, Marietta, Cobb County, South Cobb Drive. I went to LaBelle Elementary School. In fifth grade, I joined this talent show because, man, I'm about to really show my age, y'all. So the Atlanta Hawks came to my elementary school, right? It was Tree Rollins,
Whoa,
Spud Webb,
Dang.
John Concat, the white boy.
Concat, yeah.
And who else was it? Kevin Willis, maybe? Did he play for the Hawks?
Yes, he did play for the Hawks. He was power forward.
Okay, because I know it wasn't Dominique. But so they came to my elementary school and did a Hugs Not Drugs rap. Now, at this time, I wasn't doing drugs. I was in fifth grade. So I was like, yeah, Hugs Not Drugs, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So they gave us one of the small records. What's that, a 6-inch?
A 45.
Yeah, 45. And on one side, it had the Atlanta Hawks Hugs Not Drugs rap. And on the other side, it was the instrumental. So they handed us this piece of paper. I'll never forget it. It had red lines all on it and told us to write a rap. So that was 5th grade for me. The winner got to perform at halftime during the Hawks game at the Omni. Shit. So I got first runner up in the state of Georgia, but that was my first rap. So
Fire.
So you went and wrote a rap about hugs, not drugs. But how'd you even know that you could rap? Like, I can't just write a rap today and win for my city or my school.
I know, right? I be telling these folks, I think that at that time, maybe I had one thing that really, I can't flex. Parents Just Don't Understand was one of my very first songs that I was like, I don't know, I must have been mad at my mama that day or something. But I was like, oh, hell yeah, school shopping. Like, cause I had pro wings and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like my mom used to wrap my Jordans separately at Christmas if I got Jordans. You know, you feel me?
Right.
So I grew up, pretty much very happy and very, we never had anything extra. It was just me and my mama. She worked hard every day. She didn't do drugs. She still called weed pot, and she only smoked it every now and then. She kept it real with me. She would she never told me how the whole situation with my grandparents, right? Because I never met my real dad. Y'all were like, man, we didn't even ask this motherfucker this shit.
It's okay.
No, it's cool, bro. Because I swear to God, there's 2 things I really wanted to talk to you about. The first thing I was gonna do is ask you about Miss Goolsby and Mr. Goolsby. So I'm glad you're going down this route. I don't even have to ask. So continue, please.
Hey man, and look, before I finish, thank y'all so much. I was telling my friends, man, I was like, it's so cool to hear people like y'all talking about her, hearing her name, because it's never happened. And that's one of the things I always kind of beat myself up about was that, I've been with Bubba from the jump. So the whole Timberland shit, I was there for, and my mom has always been a singer, Granted, I was a lot younger, and our taste in music, it wasn't time for me to be like, Mom, let's hit the yo. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that. It was like, let me get situated, type shit. But that's one of the things that I wish that I would have made happen, though. I wish that I would have just, you feel me?
So
I do.
after winning this contest, when did you? Well, let's go back because
I got first runner up.
Okay, after being first runner up, were you already a fan of hip hop, or had you already been trying to write raps? Like, I mean, just to become first runner up on your first time out the gate.
It was my first rap I ever wrote.
Really?
First rap I ever wrote. Yeah, was the howdy there, gang. I'm here to say doing drugs, it ain't okay. They make you crazy. They make you broke. They make you wish you never heard of dope, coke, crack, booze, or pills. It's all the same. There ain't no cheap thrill.
Hey, that's dope though for a 5th grader.
We get high on basketball. If you're feeling down and know where to turn, here's one thing I hope y'all learned. I was in 5th grade. Hey, but look. I would be at school, right? Flexing like a motherfucker. I just wrote this rap. You couldn't tell me shit. So I'm doing it. Motherfuckers are whispering about me in elementary school. I was like, yeah. So I was kind of getting the taste of the life at a young age as far as that went. So this is my first rap. Parents Just Don't Understand and Fight for Your Right to Party was my first video I ever saw. And, Fight for Your Right to Party, man, that video. But so I was pretty much hooked on that shit. But what was I saying about the
You talking about the rap? Look, check this out. Check this
Oh
out.
yeah, the drug rap. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So we have something kind of in common with this. So in elementary school, I won first place for reciting the Martin Luther King speech. I had a dream speech. I won first place for that, and I think I was what? I think I was in like second or third grade.
You won't
You know what I'm
believe me
saying?
if I tell you. You won't believe me if I tell you, bro.
Tell
I
me.
wrote a poem about Martin Luther King that got pretty high awards, like for fifth grade type shit.
Yeah,
Where lies the man who had a dream? Like I wrote a poem. My mama used to
that's
keep
fire.
it in her Bible.
That's fire.
Nobody knows that. It's never came up, bro.
Hey, that's fire.
That's crazy you said that, dog.
That's
Bro,
fire.
Man, for real, that's wild because nobody, it's just one of those things, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as a fifth grader,
Yes,
first
sir.
runner up. At that point, did you say to yourself, "This is something I want to do," or when did you reintroduce yourself to rhyming, or was it off to the races at that point?
Thought you'd never ask. So like I said, I would go to school with this rap that I had written, right? So I was already trying to pull girls and all that shit. I had a little girlfriend. Her name was Amanda. She was in fourth grade when I was in fifth grade. And the reason I remember her so much is because of this rap period when I wrote my first rap that everybody loved at school, right? I'd be in the lunchroom like, yeah, fucking all these third grade, everybody could get it, right? So, so I'm in the lunchroom rapping my ass off, right? So I knew at a young age that this shit was cool, especially then because not a lot of people were doing it. You know what I mean? Then they had the talent show, bro. Fifth grade talent show, LaBelle Elementary School. It was in the lunchroom, right? It was at night, so the parents could go and shit. Fifth grade. So I had been practicing every night. My mom was like, Derek, you got this. It's gonna be okay. We pulled the Caprice Classic up to the front of LaBelle, get out, right? I'm nervous as hell. It's my first rap and I'm doing a live performance, sold out cafeteria, basically. And I was nervous. So anyway, I was already popular for that rap around school. So I do it. So what? Yeah, both, all that. So I go up there and I kill it, right? Best feeling ever. This is why I rap to this day, is this moment. So I do it, I get a standing ovation, right? Fifth grade. Amanda, my little girlfriend from fourth grade, is there watching me. You know, girls like to flex when their man do good too, right? I remember she had a little mustache. I'll never forget this girl. Because one, it's like, it's fourth grade, bitch. Nobody got a mustache yet. Not only are you not supposed to have one, you got it extremely early, Amanda. Hey, so look, so I run off the stage right after I perform out the side of the lunchroom, whatever. My mom met me out there. She's like, Derek, you did so good. You did so good, baby. And I was like, Mom, I got to throw up. So
you got to throw up.
I had to throw up, bro, because I couldn't. I was hooked right there. I was like, man, motherfucker standing up, clapping and shit. I was like, so I run to the bathroom. I remember the layout of this school, man. So I run to the bathroom. My mama runs. She's like, you okay, baby? I was like, Mom, I just want to go. Let's go. She said, you did so good. So Amanda comes and meets me and my mama on the walk out, right? So we're walking out to the parking lot. You can't tell me shit already. I'm like, bitch, make me a sandwich.
Dang.
Hey, so look, me and my mama are walking out in the parking lot. So, and Amanda's with me. I'm like, yeah. These two twins, Megan and Mandy Beach. I'm not saying no names though, but Megan and Mandy Beach. They used to walk home on my route, right? And they were identical twins. And blondes in fifth grade, you know, the motherfucking little prissy girls. I lived on Section 8. I grew up on Section 8. But not Section 8 like with the metal trash cans type shit, but we had my mom made the best out of every place we went to. You know, she was good at decorating and type shit. Income tax check time was a big celebration around our way.
I feel that.
Well, that's when we went to Ryan's and got steaks and shit. I'd be like, no, they be there. We going to Ryan's up in this bit. Like, so to ever be at a Ruth's Chris or some shit, you know what I mean? It's just, it's awesome. I ate over $1 million worth of steaks with Bubba. I know. We definitely ate over $1 million in steaks, like the best restaurants. I'm like, man, that's it. When we ate, whenever we ate, that's what we ate.
Steak every time.
Like good steaks too.
Hey,
I
feel you though. One year, me and my wife, we went to this spot in Tampa, right? It's by the airport. And it's called it was on the top of the Marriott Hotel. And it's called the Revolving Rooftop restaurant.
We got that in Atlanta.
You got one of them?
At the Westin.
Like, slowly
At the Westin, yep.
Takes like an hour and 6 minutes for it to do one full turn.
Okay, yeah,
So
and the cyclorama too, Vic.
Yeah, it's lit, bro. I'm a steak guy too.
Yeah, so, that's some Valentine's Day anniversary type shit.
I'm not a steak guy.
It was the food, the whole dinner was expensive.
Yeah,
but the steak that I had there, I swear to God, I've tried steak everywhere I went after that. Nobody had a steak like that. I don't even remember what kind of steak it was, bro.
Hey, bro, there's a few places like that. Like actually, man, I'm about to sound bougie as fuck right now. Ruth's Chris ain't really all that. Hey, because I got real spoiled, man. I'm like, man, Bub, man, we going to Ruth's Chris again. Motherfucker, you just did We Ready with Archie, man. Let's go get a damn McCormick's or something. No, I'm just playing. I wasn't like that.
All right, so look, since you mentioned Bubba Sparks,
name right there.
Since you mentioned Bub,
yeah.
When did you meet Bubba Sparks and how did y'all create that relationship?
I met Bubba in the year 2000. Shannon Houchins, who is the owner of Average Joe's, him, Colt Ford, and Zach, the owner of Zaxby's, they own Average Joe's, right? And obviously Colt is one of my best friends. Like Colt's a very good friend of mine. So, but I was there during that whole shit though, right? So what the fuck were we talking about?
How you met Bubba?
How you linked with Bubba?
So Shannon, the owner, is from my hometown where I went to high school, South Georgia, Valdosta. Because this is another part of the story that I'm gonna have to go in detail with you guys about, was when my mom got married in 9th grade and her and I moved to Valdosta, Georgia, which was a huge cultural shock for me, being an urban kid in a public school coming up. Rapping in 5th grade type shit, Section 8 type shit. But oh yeah, but coming up in that kind of environment type shit. So I'm in New York. To make a long story short, I ended up going to New York because I grew up on East Coast hip hop and I wanted to do lyricist lounge type shit. Mos Def, Talib Kweli type shit.
Bro said lyricist lounge.
Yeah, like Big Pun is my favorite rapper. Big Pun is my favorite rapper, always has been.
This your favorite rapper of all time?
Yeah, Big Pun, yeah.
That's what's up. That's
what's up. And not only because he was just had that wow factor, not only that, it was also because of the growth he showed between albums. Like how much, like he was, his first album, he was like, I got 1 million guns, I'll kill everybody, bitch. Deep cover, bitch. Little Italy, bitch. Right? Yeah, but on his next album, he's like, I'm not ready to die. I'm not ready to die. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was like, okay, man, he either sold his soul and knew that it was coming that way, which is a real thing, or, you know, he just knew he was unhealthy as fuck. And I got a funny story about this. Oh yeah, how I met Bubba. Shit. I told y'all this is gonna be a 6-parter. We're gonna make money out this one, fellas. So yeah, so I'm in New York. I went up there to battle rap and do all that bullshit that I never made any money off of.
Well, hold on, stop. What led you to New York? Like, how old were you when you went to New York?
I was 17 when I left Valdosta. And I went to Savannah, Georgia for 2.5 years because it was really my first time going out of town to a cool place. And they had a hip hop store called Velvet Elvis in Savannah. And you remember that place, Vic?
I've heard of it, yeah. I never seen it, but I heard of it.
The owner, his name was George, a skinny skateboarder dude, and he had a wooden leg. And I remember he took it off one night at the club and tried to hit somebody with it. I was like, man, I fuck with George. Man, I fuck with George the long way, bro. All right, so I'm in Savannah, and I'm damn. I was also dabbling in jungle, drum and bass type shit. Because my homeboy and I were experimenting with me rapping over drum and bass, which it's the same tempo, it sounds faster, but you could do a 16-bar verse over it and it fit, right? So we kind of got into that. So that's when I went to New York with DJ Jungle Jim. He's pretty big. I ended up doing some like 10,000 people raves and shit. So my first week in New York, I ended up meeting up with TC Islam. TC Islam was the son of African Bambaataa.
Rhyme Syndicate.
Hip Step Family and all that. Was Rhyme, that's some old school TC shit, right?
Yeah, Rhyme Syndicate.
Rhyme Syndicate.
Yep.
But he was doing the rapping over drum and bass too. My first week in New York. So while I'm up there, I'm like, man, we're going to Concrete Jungle. It was the biggest drum and bass party in the country. It was a weekly party. So this is my first week in New York. I had already spent all my money on new Adidas shit on damn Broadway. I went up there with $1,000. Hold on, better than that. I went to a rave in Savannah with an ounce of cocaine bagged up in grams. And I get to this rave, right? Because back then, you sold everything you got. If you got 100 ecstasy pills, motherfuckers was waiting by the mailbox, like 30 people, like paying $30 each for them bitches. But if you only got 80 in town, that seemed like a lot back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I get to this rave. I'm like, man, I'm about to fucking make some money and hit New York on Greyhound tomorrow, right? So I get to this fucking rave and I'm like, man, what's up, man? Ain't nobody snorting tonight. What's going on around this bitch? And and they're like, nah, man, everybody's waiting on Julia, man. She has some pills coming in, right? From like Florida or Tampa or some shit. And I was like, no, this bitch didn't get some pills coming in because people do not do cocaine and ecstasy together. And I can't say that I blame them. So I'm like, man, this bitch just rained on my whole shit. Like, I'm gonna have all this coke when I wake up. So Julia never showed up, right? So guess what happened? Everybody wanted powder. So I'm like,
ding, 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 ding.
Boom. So I made enough money that night to get on Greyhound the next day and go to New York. Shannon, the owner of Average Joe's, was from my hometown, Valdosta. One of my homeboys who I stayed in touch with, because I'm friends with all of my, like, this is K Hype from Valdosta. First person I ever recorded with. Big up to Cassius K. He said, man, Shannon's been trying to find you, man. I had just got out of Rikers Island. I was in Rikers Island for 5 months. But I had just got out.
Hold on, when you was in Rikers, did you rhyme any? Doing the rhyming?
What? I've never rapped as much as I did when I was in Rikers. I was a rapping motherfucker because I was worried about motherfuckers trying me up. You feel me? So I'm in that bitch rapping. Plus, they just knew from my vibe I was cool. But there was another white guy in there, and he was washing underwear for real. But and I was one of the white people that said, "Go ahead and give me a pack of cigarettes. I don't give a fuck how many I gotta pay you back." I was one of them smokers because I was just happy that they had cigarettes in that bitch when I got there.
Right.
I had already been in central booking for 3 weeks. So they're like, man, you going to the island? I'm like, man, Nas talks about this shit, man.
Nas talks about this.
I was trying to make the best out of it. You feel me? The first time I ever smoked purple haze weed was in the holding cell at Central Booking. A motherfucker had it in his Tim, and I never forget it. It was a nice Tim. Like he probably had that. It's probably like the third time he wore them, right? And he reached in there and pulled out this little crooked ass joint, all scrunched up, like he tried to hide it from the police, which he did. And he lit that bitch up, and I was like, man, what kind of fucking weed is that? He was like, man, that's the perp. I was like, what? So I've been hooked ever since then on the taste of perp. It probably had a lot to do with just knowing I was never going to see daylight again and fucking wanting to smoke weed.
Hold on, let me ask you this. What landed you on Rikers Island?
I was just going to ask that.
I mean, a little something they call cocaine trafficking.
Okay.
Damn.
Hey, what if I was lying about all this?
You wouldn't know.
I'm joking, bro. I'm joking. I would
You
never
know.
fucking do that. But so no, but real talk though, it was cocaine. I got caught with 5.5 ounces and an ounce, again bagged up in grams. Me and my let's be prepared ass. I always had an ounce bagged up in grams, just ready. So I get to Manhattan because I had moved to upstate New York at the University of SUNY Albany, which is Albany, New York. And this year they were the #1 party school in the nation. So my homeboys knew I was in the Bronx at the time, Fordham Road, by Fordham University, where Chevy Chase, Julia Roberts, Denzel Washington, a bunch of people went to Fordham University. It's weird because it's a prestigious school, but it's right in the, like you can go to Webster and buy weed from the fucking bodega right there and then just walk along the fence of Fordham University all the way. And then Theodore Roosevelt High School is right across the street. These motherfuckers had 2 metal detectors on every door 25 years ago type shit. So I'm like, man, it's a little weird. They got Julia over here around damn. You know, Julia might be on that shit. No, I'm playing. But so I'm in SUNY Albany. What are we talking about? Coming from I was in New York, so I was in SUNY, but why did I go upstate like that?
You got out of Rikers and you went to Manhattan. And
Rikers, though, I went to my cousin. I went to my cousin who was a preacher when I got out of Rikers. Because when I went to Rikers, my parents they were still alive, both of them. My stepdad, Jimmy Goolsby, and my mom. My stepfather adopted me when they married in 9th grade because my mom had heart trouble already. So he was like, Susan, you know, I want to take care of you and Derek. Derek is my real name. And my mother was still in love with her ex-boyfriend. So she was going through a rough breakup and he wasn't fucking with her. And you know how that shit is. If you really love a motherfucker and they just don't ever talk, you know, it's like noticeably fucked up. I was like, mama, you know, I don't think Paul is going, you know, type shit. So this dude just pops up out of nowhere in Atlanta and ended up being a good friend of my mother's in college. And he was a principal of, now me and my mom are on Section 8, but we're in the townhouses, right? Charleston Trace, that was one of them. Right next to Osborne High School in Marietta, which Osborne High School had 800 kids in it. You know what I'm talking about, Vic? Osborne High School in Marietta.
I've never, you know what? I think I've seen the football team on the news before.
For losing extremely bad, probably. McEachern used to beat us. Look, McEachern used to beat us like 90-3. Look, we were so bad, the field goal kicker who got the 3 was a motherfucker that got laid the most. They're like, fuck, who kicked the 12-yarder? But so there were 800 kids at my high school at Osborne. So 9th grade, y'all remember Christmas break, you got 2 weeks off, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I had just made the baseball team at Osborne, 9th grade. Am I off track?
Nope, you good.
Okay. So
nah, you off track.
I am, right?
You're good though.
Shit. Thank God we're not live. Hey, look, people be just walking in the walls somewhere and shit. They're like, man, what the he has 100 stories, but all of them are good though. It's like choose your own adventure. So anyway, New York, Fordham University. Oh, why I went to Rikers. Okay, yeah. So my homeboys knew that I was my idea was to hit Fordham University. It's a rich campus, right? So I was like, rich kids love fucking drugs, basically. So, and I was literally, my roommates went there to that school, right? So I'm like, I'm in an apartment in the Bronx with 4 or 5 other people. I wish we could call Jimmy Sam. Sorry, he's a DJ. He'll be like, Scram fucked all my girlfriends. I'm gonna have to edit that one. Baby, I didn't mean it. I love you.
It was back in the day.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, exactly. That was before the first time I got burned.
God damn.
Hey, y'all should have saw the doctor when I found out the first time that I say that like I've had it like a bunch. I have been burned twice though. But it wasn't no shit you couldn't get rid of. I'm like, what, a pill? I'm not ever wearing a rubber again. Just give me some of them to take with me.
Yeah, you end up with something else though.
This is all it takes. So but the first time though, I'm in the health department, right? Because my girlfriend and I, Mallory McFarland, man, she's damn, man, my motherfucking. All right, you know what? Let's just, where were we? Bubba.
Yeah.
So,
how did you meet Bubba?
So Shannon, the owner of Average Joe's, in my new high school town, Valdosta, during 9th grade, my mom got married during Christmas break. Right? During Christmas break. So I moved to a town. I grew up with these people up until 9th grade. So now I'm moving to a town. My mom was like, Derek, what should I do? He asked me to marry him. Hey, listen, he was the first person to have a CD player in his car. It was a Chevy Lumina, right? The Michael Jackson Dangerous album had just came out. And now I know that he was in there, caking up with mama or whatever. But then I was so into music since 5th grade that I'm listening. That was the first CD I ever heard, was Michael Jackson Dangerous. And the glass breaking and shit. And I'm like, man, this shit is fucking. So this dude had already won with me, right? I'm like, mama, this motherfucker got a CD player. Let's go. So she calls me in there. She's like, Derek. But again, she was going through a tough breakup where she really loved this dude, Paul. And I felt for her. You know what I'm saying? She was the one person that, y'all feel me on that, but whatever. She's like, I just don't know what to do. I don't love this guy. I still love Paul. He has an in-ground pool and he really wants to take care of us. I was like, somebody say in-ground pool. No. But look, it was a cultural shock though, moving from Marietta to South Georgia and on a dirt road now and not Section 8 and having a home with a motherfucker thinking he's gonna tell me what the fuck to do, right? Which I grew to respect and love him very, very much. But all I knew was my mama. You couldn't do mama jokes with me, dog. They'd be like, your mama's so fat. I'd be like, Bill. They'd be like, Susan, Derek hit somebody else. You got to come get it.
I'm like that too. I'm like that too.
Exactly. My mama said, Derek, they don't know me. I was like, but mama, you said you were so old you farted dust, mama. I had to hit him.
Hey, so we got to get back to the Bubba thing.
Bubba, yeah.
Talking about that, but wait, real quick.
Okay.
Since you were talking about your mother, what was the Beach Boys song that y'all sang together?
I'm glad you asked. It's not just one; it's all of them. yeah. I'm glad you brought that up because that was something I meant to answer with you was that question. I was like, what song? I've been to 8 concerts.
Dang.
Hey, look, actually, I have a homie in Denver right now. He owns a vintage clothing store. Like if y'all want like a real authentic NWA tour shirt or whatever, y'all were like, why does it got to be NWA, motherfucker?
Nah, I mean, that makes sense.
I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
It's a lot of
but I'm saying like Grateful Dead shit, all that shit.
Yeah.
So he sent me, bro, the person that I would least expect to send me a Christmas gift that remembered that I didn't have, that I lost both of my parents. That's just a homie, you know what I'm saying? That remembered to send me this shit. I got to show it to you. Hold on.
Scram got that energy, boy. He got that drink in the cup.
Man. Check this out. He remembered my Beach Boys story and he sent me this, bro.
Oh, wow. That's a fire shirt.
That's
bro.
dope.
This is an outfit, like this was whenever the fuck they did this show. This was then type shit. You know what I mean? It ain't a replica.
That's fire.
So anyway, I'm letting it go for $38.74. Cash out, Venmo, 50% on food stamp cards. All right, let's go. No, I'm playing. So
Beach Boys.
Hey, but honestly, I'll tell you that bad. There was a song that made the biggest impact, and that was Barbara Ann. That was the first time that I fell in love with the Beach Boys.
You know what's crazy there? We got something else in common, bro. This is insanity. That was your first song, your favorite song from Beach Boys, right?
Yep.
Can you guess my mother's first and middle name?
Barbara Ann.
Barbara Ann.
No, dog.
God.
What?
Yes, sir.
Bro, hey, look, I don't know how y'all feel about The Secret and about energy, bro.
Yep.
That's what just happened, bro.
I believe The Secret.
That's big, but I'm saying what's the happened, secret? That's specific.
It's a documentary on
talking things into existence.
Oh, I believe in that.
Right. Exactly.
Hey, but look, that's specific. Your mom's name is the name of the first record that introduced me to one of my favorite groups.
Yep.
That's crazy, dog.
If you had an opportunity,
hey, my homeboy keeps saying, "How'd you meet Bubba? How'd you meet Bubba?"
Yeah, hey, I still want to know how you meet Bubba. You hadn't told
her. God, man, keep that weed away. I feel like I'm on the magic carpet. I feel like Harry Potter up in this bit. Hey, so so I get released. This is a whole nother story. My cousin by marriage. So my new dad was a principal of an elementary school, right? So me and my mom are around these fancy people, and my mom is so funny. My mom kept it 100 all the time. She went from a Caprice that caught on fire in the morning to a Cadillac, and she was still. This is the biggest thing that I learned from my mother that I'm so proud of, and that is that she kept it real with her same friends even after she came up, so to speak. You know, she would ride through the trailer park and be like, "I'm going to take Dixie to lunch." You know, her girlfriend, Dixie, she would be like, "I'm going to get Dixie." She'd pull that brand new Cadillac through a dirty ass trailer park, honk the horn, be like, "Come on, Dixie, I'm taking you out." You know, that's how I was raised by a person like that.
So I got a question. With that being said, are you Is that one of your traits now in life, being super loyal?
Man, me and my homie were talking about that earlier to a default. I think now, as of the last year and a half, 2 years, I've had so many people that are like, motherfucker, worry about you, that I've kind of been, it's just hard for me to take that approach, man, because I'm not that dude. So it's like, I don't want to have a better car than somebody. I want us all to have the same shit. You feel me? So it's more important to me that I do anything musically, um, just to pay back the people whose couches I've crashed on, and just cool shit, like people want to flex with you, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't act hard like you don't want to flex, motherfucker. If you got enough money to get rims, bitch. Just don't not pay your light bill because of it.
Yeah, facts.
It's just some shit I would do. You feel me? No.
Right.
Let me hold something. Hey, also, y'all could hit my GoFundMe. No, I'm playing.
How did you meet Bubba?
So I'm in New York. I get released to my cousin.
I don't think he really knows it.
Hey, that would be somebody to lie about right there. If I'm gonna lie, I'm gonna be like, Michael, wake up. It's gonna be Michael Jackson back there. Hey, man. Hey, listen, though, just for the record, Bubba's new shit is murking.
But how'd you meet him though?
All right, so I'm in New York.
Especially with the fact you got a brand new single just dropped with Bubba. So let's talk about how you met Bubba in that relationship.
Shannon, the owner of Average Joe's, asked my homeboy K-Hype in Valdosta, what's Scram doing now? And he's like, man, he's been in New York. He just got out of Rikers. He's up there working probation. Shannon said, is he still rapping? And K-Hype was like, yeah. So K-Hype calls me and he's like, man, Shannon's looking for you. He has an artist named Bubba Sparks who has started a huge bidding war. Every label wants to sign him. And it's a big fucking deal, and he wants to get in touch with me. So I call Shannon. I'm like, man, what's up, Shannon? He's like, you still rapping? I was like, yeah. And he said, spit something for me. So I rapped for him. Jabs was with me, actually, in New York at this time, this day. So I did like a 16. I don't even remember which one that one was. And he was like, I'm sending you a contract and a copy. I got this artist named Bubba Sparks, a white guy from LaGrange, Georgia. We think we're going to go with Interscope, but everybody wants them, and you're about to be in this group. And I was like, yes, thank you, right? So he sends me this big-ass contract and flies me to Atlanta to hang out and meet Bubba for the first time because he wanted to make sure, everybody meshed, so to speak, whatever. Which, I don't meet a stranger, bro. I'm cool with everybody for the most part. I will throw the first bunch too, but I'm cool with everybody for the most part.
We have both of those in common.
See? And that's only because, and even Jabs, you can ask him. Jabs has been my best friend since 9th grade. And he's not a fighting motherfucker, right? And I'm really not that much of a badass. I just grew up in the streets. So I just, type shit.
Right.
But anytime somebody says something bad about my best friend, Bill, Jabs is like, man, he just said that he didn't like. I'm like, man, I don't give a fuck. I'm protective over my friends.
90% of my fights was because of a friend, somebody else.
Exactly. See, when's your birthday?
I got along with everybody, but when it came to that, I was that way too.
When's your birthday?
October 4th.
October 4th. I'm July 13th. I don't know. It seemed like there might be some October. So look, so Bubba sent me no, not Bubba, Shannon, right? So he's telling me this is a big secret that Zach, the owner of Zaxby's. Oh, wait, I'm way ahead. That's the Average Joe shit. He flies me down to meet Bubba. So I go to Athens, Georgia, right? So I'm at the Polo Club in Athens, Georgia, which is an apartment complex. And it's a popular one. You know what I mean? There's bitches everywhere in Athens. So we go there. Bubba's flexing, right? Because he was cool with Fred Durst at the time. And this is like when Limp Bizkit was jumping off, and how I call Bubba sometimes the flex, he was super flexing with Fred Durst. You know what I mean? Like we'd be at the pool, he'd be like, you want to talk to Fred? And I know he fucked with Target back in the day too.
Yeah.
But
He
and I
actually
fucked with Target.
he just shared Target's new song that dropped, Blessings.
No.
Yeah, he shared it on his IG story.
Oh, that's dope. Hey,
Literally
that's dope.
yesterday.
I get the scoop on everybody through Bubba, right? So Bubba fucks with Fred. You know what I'm saying? But that was his first, I'm like Bone Crusher. I met somebody that loves Never Scared here. I might get laid because of this, type shit. But that's cool too. Target fucking has been doing this shit a long time, bro. He's one of the I've been listening to him for a long time, bro. West Nile put us on
That's fine.
years ago. You know
Me
what
and
I'm
him was
saying?
in a group together back in the day.
You and Target or West?
Yeah. Me and Target was called Black Ops.
Oh, okay.
2005 to 2008 when I left for the army.
Was that during the whole Limp Bizkit shit?
Nah, that was before. That was before Limp Bizkit came along like a couple, like 2-3 years later.
Oh, okay. That's when he was. Oh well. Damn, that's crazy. I thought Limp Bizkit was like some high school shit.
Nah, hell no.
It wasn't. For
Nah,
me,
it
it
wasn't that
was
far.
probably. Either way, man, I fought with Fred Durst. Bubba said he was cool, and he helped. Bubba, that was Bubba's flex at the time. So, and Target, West put us on the Target. I haven't got a chance to meet him yet, but me and Wes have partied hard together.
Boy, that's
for days at a time. You know what I'm saying?
Fine. Shout out to West, man. That's my dog.
Shout out to West now, man. So Bubba, so they send me the contracts in the mail, right? To New York. I'm working at the 56 Fighter Group in Long Island. They also have one in Atlanta.
The 56 what?
Fighter Group.
What is that?
It's a fancy restaurant, but it's also a private airport.
Okay.
Where they got the planes that I'm definitely not fucking getting in. I know that shit. They give you like one of the old school football helmets that's leather and shit, tell you to strap up. Man, y'all got me fucked up. I'm not going out there in a leather helmet. But but it's also a fancy restaurant. You know what I mean? So and this was part of my being released was to work and blah 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 blah. But so then Shannon sends me the contract after I rap for him on the phone. He sends me a copy of Bubba's first demo, Dark Days, Bright Nights. I listened to it and I was so excited that somebody white was bringing it. You know what I'm saying? Because Vanilla had us fucked up for a very long time. For real. I mean, like more than like I lived.
Hey, I ain't gonna cap, bro. Ice Baby was my shit back in the day.
I went to the concert, bro. I took a girl. Listen, I took a girl. What grade was I in? 5th grade, probably. Kim. I can't say her name, but she was the school. You know what, right? So I'm like, man, that's who I'm taking. She's fucking everybody. I'm taking her. No, I'm playing.
I'm with you. Play the numbers. Play the numbers.
So look, my mama drops us off. It's at the Atlanta Civic Center downtown, right? Vanilla Ice and Riff opened up for him. The Stand By Me motherfuckers. They were in the bathroom singing on Stand By Me.
So hold on, let me stop you. Riff, right? Do you know what Riff's biggest claim to fame is? Other than Stand By Me? Tupac.
What song?
Yo Mo B, man, drop that beat. Easy Mo B, who went on to produce for Tupac, was one of the original members of Riff.
M.O.E. Easy Mo B, right?
Easy Mo B was one of the original members of Riff.
But he spelled it M.O.E., right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that name. I'm not too familiar with him, but
yeah,
but that's cool. But they were opening it up for Vanilla Ice.
Okay.
and everybody in that bitch had their hair spiked up, right? I know I did it at some point, but I can't remember if I did it for the date, for the concert, or if I was at least aware enough to not do it there. Probably did that shit at home, like before I went to bed, like, mama, spray paint my hair. But he was fucking the shit, you know what I'm saying? And but he had it messed up for us as far as being an artist, because that was around the time I first started rapping. So by the time I got to a point where I was taking it serious and dealing with people that looked at it from a business standpoint instead of a skill standpoint, Vanilla had it fucked up for it. They're like, we're not signing no more white rappers. I used to clean Shannon's studio, bro. I used to clean Shannon's big ass studio in Valdosta. ADATs everywhere, Vic.
Loki or one of these adults need to get up out of here.
Okay.
He ran.
Oh no, he left the scene. He's talking about.
What was I saying? Shit.
How Vanilla Ice messed it up for rappers.
Oh yes. Cleaning Shannon's studio in Valdosta. Right. So I start my new high school, right, Vic? Shannon, who got Bubba his first deal with Timbaland and Jimmy Iovine and all that shit. You know, that's who he's managed me since I was 13 years old, bro. So when he found me for the Bubba stuff, it was crazy because I went to New York to get a deal, like battling and doing lyricist type shit, right?
Right.
I went to New York to get a deal and ended up getting one back in Georgia. I'm like, Bubba's from Georgia too? Like, they're like, yeah, fly to Atlanta, man. We're all gonna meet him in Athens. And I was like, Athens, that's my favorite. I was a bulldog my whole life, you know. We had a lot in common, man.
Hold on, let me ask you, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Because we talked about Rikers. Let's talk about your experience going to New York battling. What was that like for you? And did you meet any famous battlers? Or you battling?
I mean, back then, man, I wasn't doing the shit that was on whatever channel was available back then. I wasn't doing it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I've grown to not really like the format of battling anymore because it's more like spoken word where a motherfucker could take his time on the line. Like he could fuck up and be like, oh, and tap his homie, oh. But when she came to that house, she sucked that. And everybody's like, oh, it's like a motherfucker who can't think of a bar in 90 seconds. You feel me? So
Right.
I just didn't like the spoken word battling. I like the Nas, Ether, over the beat.
Over the beat.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because a beat is a part of the feel of, especially a song is driven as a battle song. You know, like Ether, when Nas heard that beat, he's like, that's the one.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't
Hold on. You mentioned Ether. Who won the battle between Jay-Z and Nas, in your opinion?
Not, man, really? Nas, man.
Nas, I say the same.
I don't think Jay-Z could have wrote the best raps he ever wrote. And the whole thing with Ether, though, you know, is hearing it on the radio for the first time. On the radio, and motherfuckers, just the shock value and everything to do with it, which was kind of the thing y'all were talking about with the 50 Cent thing, right? And that's what that's what you were saying. I felt like when you said that I was better than 50 Cent or whatever, I knew you didn't mean like, you know what I'm saying? Like I knew what you meant. I knew you meant it.
Oh, now I mean, I think you were better than 50
but you meant bar for bar, not like,
yes.
Like you said, with a machine behind me.
I'm not comparing Get Rich or Die Trying to Scramm's career.
To pay dirt.
Right. No, not that. But I'm saying, what I said at the time, I meant bar for bar, minus all the other stuff. If I put you on a street corner, 50 on a street corner, and I say battle for your life, I think Scramm's coming out.
Yeah, exactly. If nobody knows him and we went into it like that, yeah, exactly. But
See,
also,
now you putting
he's a
details
genius.
on it that you didn't
He-
put on it before. So
he's a
that,
genius,
I would
though.
say I could agree with that because I don't know if he's a freestyler, you know what I'm saying, or a battle rapper
Yeah,
like
and
that. I think he writes his
I
battle
can't
rap.
make a better song. I can't make a better song than 50 Cent. Period. You know, and I'm not gonna say that I would win verse for verse with him every time, but you know, I would hold my own, I feel like. You know, plus I like him, man. It's hard for me to diss people that I don't that really if you haven't said something bad about my mama,